All right, so Mayor,
yes, sir.
I'm not going to ask you about the stadium.
No, good.
You got a problem with the school this morning.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So, trying to get the update from the superintendent. We've had some communication letdowns, and disappointed in that. But what's really happened is one of the fire systems that they put in, they only got in there yesterday. Everybody knew they were running tight, and unfortunately the school department inspections were only set up for yesterday. Okay. So the system went in. It takes about 64 hours to get charged, battery life and all of those things. There's an inspection set for tomorrow on the mechanical issues. We're working very closely with the general contractor, and then the fire inspection, which will be about the 64-hour mark, will be Saturday. If everything goes well and it's online, everybody will be in that school on Tuesday.
Everybody's school on Tuesday. So
right now, if everything goes well, right there, and not knowing was the hard part, and very disappointed that it didn't come out till late yesterday. We've been asking for updates, and they're assuring us, the superintendent, everybody assuring us it's going to happen. Unfortunately, we got to this point. So
all right. So out of extreme concern for safety, you guys are looking at this point a Monday opening.
Yeah, right. Provided the inspection that happens on Saturday, and I'll go over with you, it passes the fire inspection. Yes, they'll be open on Tuesday.
And who does the fire inspection?
So fire department does those fire marshal.
The boys at 1261.
You got it. Yeah.
All right.
Good guy. So no, what happened is the contractor only got the pot in or put it in yesterday, installed, and it needed to be charged for 64 hours. Sorry. So
what is the part?
So it's part of the fire suppression system and the awareness. So there was a lot of punch hole lists. There was doors, the magnets not working. They just poured sidewalks yesterday. Some of those things they could have, we could have put additional folks in there and made it safe, but the alarm system itself needed to be charged. So that was the major issue.
It takes
64 hours to charge, but they only got it installed or connected yesterday. Let me rephrase. Maybe it was just connected yesterday.
How many kids go to school there, and what's it going to be?
So there are quite a few, and that's the problem, right? And that was I say, someone who runs and talks about, and we do on transparency, we try to. It was very frustrating that we got notified at 2 o'clock that the school department waited till the end of the day, and then they only notified people at 5 o'clock. So you have parents, and that's a very diverse community as well, so there might be bilingual issues. So we've been asking the superintendent and the school department, hey, what's the plan? How do we help? She just called me when I was here. She finally reached back to me. I haven't talked to her, as you can tell, but trying to get that update. So the impact is we've suggested and urged them to do some childcare. I just don't know what the plan has been because they sometimes live in that silo that they shouldn't.
So when was it supposed to open?
So it should have been open today. So school started today. Every other school opened today. It was just winters, and because of that issue, like I said earlier, is if the system is inspected, we have mechanical inspectors working with the contractors. They'll be out there today. I've talked to the Commissioner of Education. She's going to have her folks out to try to help it along just to make sure. But the big wait is the fire can't go in until Saturday to do that. So as long as that passes the inspection, everybody will be out there Tuesday, and we'll do our best to notify.
Correct me if I'm.
Yeah.
Is that a K through 5?
Yeah, it might be now. It could be a K through 6 because
it's K through 5.
Is it a 5? Okay,
Yeah.
no, I know they're changing it because of STEM school. I just didn't know, but it was.
Is it all new construction? Or?
Yeah, this was ground up. Part of the challenge is, as I say, other than lack of communication and information to the community. We also have an aggressive plan. We had our Baldwin School, which is another elementary school, that we closed down at the end of the season. And we have one swing space on Central Avenue that we use for all these schools. So Baldwin is already in that swing space. Winters was in it the last 2 years, and now Winters was going back out there. So we did not have a contingency plan, and that's where I think the superintendent should have done a better job and had some contingency plan or been in preparation ahead of time. So other than that, it's normal contract. They're behind like everything else on supply chain. It was the lack of communication last week.
So is there any way that this smoke alarm or the fire alarm you're mentioning could have been tested last week, or did it really just come down to the wire?
It came down to, again, it was whether it was suppression or electrical, I'm not into the weeds of it. It only got inspected yesterday, but it only got installed or connected yesterday. So it needed a 64-hour window to be running. Okay, and that means Saturday for the inspection. So had it been in, the pop it in. So this could have been made decision. They knew it wasn't there. We should have been out last week saying, hey, the pot's not in, or we're not going to have it connected. And by the way, we're 3 days out, to give that. So parents are now frustrated, rightfully so, concerned like we are, and going, get up this morning. I don't have any plan for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What do I do? And that's the challenge. So.
How many kids in the school?
It's over 100. There are more because, again, the reason I'm being not so specific is because they're bringing other communities in. There is a grade level that was supposed to be in that school from another school, so I don't know what the total amount is, but there is a significant impact, 100 some odd kids.
What's the first name? Winter.
It's Henry J. Winters is the school.
Winters.
Yeah. Again, this was a ground up. It got 2 years ago, demolition. Contractor's been doing phenomenal work. It is what it is. It was just a notification, right? So.
And then, of course, I know this is frustrating, but how important is it to make sure that everything is up to code and keeping kids safe?
Right. I mean, if there were things like we could have, if we had contingency plans, again, other than fire, we could have put fire inspectors or fire employees in there walking around, right? Put the details in there, right? But there was the last minute decision. I think everybody was gambling on and wrong, right? At the impact. So we didn't have that contingency plan. We could have done some other things. So it's actually frustrating. I don't know that this could have been avoided. Just knowing it's more the communication that's the hard part.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Good. Thank you.